And welcome back to Newswatch 16 at 7:30 with Trooper Anthony Petroski from the Pennsylvania State Police joining us to talk about the summer travel season and the busy time that it will be for law enforcement. All right, this is a simulated traffic stop that we have set up right here.
Right.
We're at your car. What has happened? Where are we in the whole process?
So, Scott, I was out here in the parking lot after our segment, and somebody in a WNEP vehicle went through a stop sign back there. So I initiated, right? I mean, you know, these things happen, but this is why we are out there on the road. So I initiated my emergency lights. I hit the siren. Driver pulled over, so now we're going to go up and make contact.
Okay.
Now, what we're looking for when we get out of our vehicle, first of all, in the interstates, we're looking to make sure that traffic is moving over, which, by the way, the move over law requires somebody to move to a lane adjacent away from an emergency response area, which would make a traffic stop an emergency response area. So I'm looking to make sure. Now I'm walking up, I'm looking at the person in the vehicle, okay? I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna make contact with the vehicle, and I'm looking. I'm looking to see if this person's moving around, right, what they're doing in there, and then I'll make contact with the driver. Good evening, sir. I'm Trooper Petroski, State Police. The reason why I pulled you over, there's a stop sign back there, and you didn't come to a proper, complete stop. Have your driver's license, your registration, your insurance card.
I have my registration here, my insurance. I do not have my license on me.
All right, no problem. What's your name?
Jack Culkin.
Okay, Jack. All right, thank you for that. Also, one thing I noticed as you were driving, going through that stop sign, is that you didn't have your seatbelt on and you were on your phone. Are you aware of Paul Miller's law that requires all drivers to not have their phone in their hand while they're driving?
I am not.
Okay, well, now you are, and for the past year we've been educating about this law. So now you know this is just going to be a warning, but come June 5th, that's going to be a citation. Okay? Now, for the moment, I'm going to go back to my car. I want you to hang tight in your vehicle. Please don't exit.
Yes, sir.
Okay? All right, thank you. So, Scott, one thing that's very important for people to understand, when you get pulled over by police, never exit the vehicle. We don't know why you're exiting. People don't understand, oh, you know who's in the car. We don't know who's in the car. We know who the car is registered to. But that doesn't mean that's the same person that's in the car. That could be somebody totally different. The car could be stolen and not reported yet. So we don't want people to exit the vehicle. When we're approaching, we don't want to see people reaching for everything. Now, most people know we're going to ask for a driver's license, registration, insurance. That's fine, but wait until the police officer or trooper asks you for that documents. Because again, we're walking up and we see you moving around, we don't know what you're reaching for.
Right, exactly.
So at this point, I would go into my patrol vehicle. I would make sure that the driver's license is good, all the vehicle information is good. Unfortunately, he's getting a citation today for going through that stop sign. He's just getting a warning for the Paul Miller's law, holding his cell phone while he's driving. And I'm going to give him a warning on the seatbelt. I think he learned his lesson, but I'm going to let him know next time it would be a citation.
Yeah, you can give a citation. That is a primary offense. You can give a citation now not wearing a seatbelt.
It's a secondary offense, meaning we cannot pull you over initially just for not wearing your seatbelt, but if we pull you over for something else and notice you're not wearing a seatbelt, you can receive an additional citation. But again, that seatbelt's there for you and it's for your safety, so we really try to enforce that. So again, we want people to stay in the vehicle. I know they're concerned about what we're doing, if they're getting a citation, anything like that, but please just be patient. All right, sir, here are your documents back. I appreciate you putting your seatbelt on. I am issuing you a citation for going through that stop sign, okay? You gotta understand that stop sign's there for a reason, and by going through that, you could cause a crash, okay? Thankfully, that didn't happen today. Be more careful next time. Your citation, all the information's on there. You have to respond to the magistrate within 10 days. Okay, also, cell phone has to be down, not in your hands while you're driving. Remember, it can wait, and if it's something that can't wait, be a responsible licensed driver, pull over, use your cell phone, and then get back on the road. Any questions?
No, sir.
I appreciate it. Careful pulling out and drive safely, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right, sir, thank you. These traffic stops, Scott, we're out on the side of the road. We don't want to be out there longer than we have to. And a lot of times this could be misconstrued for, this is the courtroom. This is not the courtroom. This is where an interaction happens. Anybody who receives a citation has a complete right to a hearing. And if they want to dispute anything, we can handle it there. We don't need to be out here longer than we need to. We want to be safe just as much as we want them to be safe.
Great stuff. Is one quick question I have. You
Yeah.
said you don't want them reaching around in the car when
Right,
you're approaching. Is there a
right.
place? Do you want their hands somewhere where you can see them? Like if you can't see their hands, what does that say to a trooper?
You know, it's always good to see hands, but we don't want people to feel uncomfortable by sticking their hands in the air. If they want to put them on the steering wheel, they can, but a lot of times when we come up to a vehicle, we're just going to take a peek in and make sure that we can see their hands because, you know, unfortunately hands can hurt police officers, so that's something we're always looking for, but if they want to be extra cautious, they could put them on the steering wheel to put us at ease.
And most drivers would say, you know, being pulled over, it happens. It's an innocuous part of just driving. But
Sure it is.
For folks in your profession, this can be one of the most dangerous things that you do.
Hands down, very dangerous, not only with who we're dealing with, because again, it could be somebody very bad that we're pulling over. Most people that get pulled over, they're not bad people. These things happen. But then again, also, traffic's still going by us, and especially at nighttime, the lights on our vehicles are very bright, and a lot of times people stare at these lights, and they end up veering towards us. So again, you know, we want to be safe. We want the citizens that we pull over, we want them to be safe too. So let's have our interaction, and again, anything that you think you want to dispute, you can take that up in court.
Trooper Petroski, thank you so much for
Absolutely.
joining us.
Thanks for
very,
having me.
very informational. I would have thrown him in the clink myself.
Yeah,
but
you know what? A lot of people said that, but you know, one citation's not too bad. He got a couple warnings. Everybody's happy.